Everyone, my name is Emmanuel P. Manglikmot and I am presenting to you the current trends, problems, issues, and dilemmas in Egypt and Israel. So today objectives are analyze the current state of science education in Israel and Egypt. Number 2, identify the key problems, issues, and dilemmas affecting the science education in both countries. So number 3 is propose a solution in problems, issues, and dilemmas in both countries. So we already know that science education is play a critical role in national development, innovation, and global competitiveness of such countries like Israel and Egypt are presenting constructing cases due to their differences in economic development, political structure, and educational priorities. So understanding their challenges helps us educators to develop a responsive and inclusive science teaching strategies. And to discuss what is the science education in Israel, no? So Israel is known for its strong emphasis on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or the STEM. It has globally and recognized innovation ecosystem and invests heavily in research and development. And they into to digital civility. So means they are want to acquiring a total digital knowledgeable or acquire an technological approaches. So which Israel known for high-tech applied of technology. So they have strength about their science education of Israel. So strong government funding in STEM education. Besides of military equipment, Israel provide um, strong education of using technology. So there's supplying more of equipment with means of innovation and technology. Number 2, advanced research institutions and universities. So they are building, providing supply and learners equipment for laboratory and experiments. So next is the integration of technology in classrooms. So teachers highly recommended to know and manipulate and guide the student of using laptops and apparatus, and of course AI teaching support of teachers. Next is the style of learning of the Israeli. So they have inquiry-based and student-centered learning approaches, which means the learners do all the activities and the teacher must be the facilitator. So next is what is the structure of science education in Israel. So in school year of 2025 to 2026 school year, they are shifting toward technological sovereignty and sectoral integration with heavily emphasis on AI and high level of mathematics and science to sustain the competitive high-tech industry. In addition, the year of AI and digital curricula. So an example application of Israel technology and pedagogy are the AI matriculation integration. So what is so the in the first time of year 2025, students are taking their matriculation exam that require use of AI tools to solve the complex problems in data science. Number 2, I specialize about AI track. So new high school curriculum launched late 2025 aims to certify the 200 specialized AI teacher with 4 years and includes summer internship for the student and leading high-tech companies. Next is their national STEM targets. So they are targeting the science specializations. They aims the 14,000 students shall be learn the 5-point physics and 13,000 5-point about chemistry to bridge the gap between the high school outcomes and military industrial needs. So now let us talk about the science education in Egypt. So Egypt education system faces structural and resource-based challenges today. So while reforming are going, science education still struggle to meet the global standards. And because of some conflicts, problems in Egypt education facing today, they are still have strength about their science education. Number one, government is this initiative for curriculum reform. The establishing more adequate curriculum for all learners, that integration of innovation of technology. Number two, growing of awareness of STEM importance. They are providing equipment, use of laptop in some schools to guide and how their innovation technology. Number three, expansion of digital education tools. Okay, so from my research, they are allocating 1.2 trillion to support the university and high school and primary school to equip with technological equipment like laptops, tablets, TV, and of course a laboratory apparatus. Let us have the sample of science integration of science of Israel and Egypt. So number one, defense tech integration of Israel. So the response in regional conflicts, that defense tech sector has become primary strategic asset. So seeing a massive investment in battlefield innovation and security tailored with technology. So next is the wealthy nexus of Egypt is leading the regional initiative focused on water, energy, food, and ecosystem, especially utilizing desalination for sustainable agricultural expansion. So next is the trends in Egypt and science education structure. So the education 2.0 reforms. So the curriculum is being completely designed from kindergarten to grade 12 to emphasize the conceptual understanding and critical thinking over rote memorizations. So next is the digital transformation. So the Ministry of Education has heavily invested in technology to providing tablets to the secondary students, installing interactive screens in classroom, and utilizing the Egyptian Knowledge Bank to access digital resources. So next slide is we will discuss about educational system of Israel and Egypt. So first, Israel's education is the higher centralized under the Ministry of Education and characterized by compulsory education from age 3 to 17. It consists of three main stages, of which is the primary from age 3 to 6, and primary from grade 1 to 6, and secondary from lower 7 to 9, and upper from grade 10 to 12. So, in culminating the Bagrut matriculation exam, which are essential for university entrance. So, their classes start in Sunday and end on Thursday, and probably their weekends is on Friday and Saturday. So, why? So, because it Friday and Saturday is centered around religious days and rest and communal worships. And next is they have three sectors: Jewish school, Arab schools, and secular schools. So Jewish schools is education institution where students learn to standard academic subjects like math, science, and English. Alongside the curriculum focus on Jewish religion, history, language, and culture. So the main goal is to help children build a strong Jewish identity while preparing them for the modern world. Arab schools are refers to educational institution where the primary language of instruction is Arabic, and the curriculum is designed around Arab culture, history, and values. And last is the secular school that not affiliated with any religion. It focuses on academic, subject, critical thinking, and social skills without including or excluding instructional or religious. So next is the structural of Egyptian education system. So the largest in East and North Africa. It primarily managed by Ministry of Education and Technical Education, and it is currently undergoing a massive reform called the Educational 2.0. So they have two education systems: the Islamic education and the secular education. So Islamic education, which are comprehensive, that display a process aimed to nurturing an individual's physical, intellectual, and spiritual potential that accordance into Quran. So secular is an no religious excluding. So the system generally divided into four main stages. Number one, the pre-primary or kindergarten 1 to kindergarten number 2, that start from age 4 to 6 years old. So not compulsory. Number 2 is the primary education, compulsory, and age from 6 to 12 years old. The duration is 6 years from grade 1 to 6, and also it focuses on oral literacy, numeracy, and social studies. So under the new reforms, there are heavily emphasis on multidisciplinary learning and life skills. So uh, next is the preparatory education or the middle school. So compulsory is also. So from age 12 to 15 years old, the duration 3 years from grade 7 to 9. So the basic certificate or the basic education certificate at the end of grade 9, student take a national exam. So to know the score that determines the track they are entered in senior high school. So next is the senior high school education at high school from age 15 to 18 years old. So the duration is 3 years. There are two main tracks, general secondary and technical vocational secondary. So general prepares the student for university and choose between science of arts and stream in final years. While technical and vocational secondary is focused on specific trades, industrial, agricultural, commercial, and tourism. So, and the special types of school in Egypt are the Al-Zahar schools, which are separate religious track that teaches the national curriculum plus intensive Islamic studies. Next is the international schools to offer most modern hands-on science approach but are the most expensive. Next is the private schools provide the standard Egyptian science and curriculum but give student an advantage by teaching in English. Next is the key facts about Egyptian education. So also the same as Israeli. Their weekends start from Friday and Saturday, and their regular days of school is Sunday to Thursday. They have pre-education, public school, technically free for all citizens through the university, though the private tutoring is very common and expensive for cultural norm. Next is the key focus of Israel in Egypt. So Israel focus on research and innovation while Egypt focus on technical vocational educations. Next is the issues, dilemmas, trends, and challenges in science education in Egypt and Israel which affect the learning of both countries. So Israel, there are the problems and challenges, the conflict zones. So the country of Israel have conflict countries like the Gaza. They're having a war from so they're having a war from Gaza. So Israel is in a conflict zones. They have funding gaps. So means they're allocating and divide the funds of their country in three terms about infrastructure and military and education. So education decrease their funding on education. So it affect the quality of teachings. Next is Egypt. So they have problems and challenges. This is the one. Teacher shortage. So why they have a teacher shortage? Because of driven by low pay, high attribution rates, and severe funding of constraints. So we already know, even though they allocating 1.2 trillion in their education, science education, they are neglecting to support their teacher with the benefits. Number two, infrastructure deficit. So Egypt have a crowded classrooms. So they need to infrastructure, build more classroom for their learner. Next is curriculum reform. So they are still going of that kind of reform. So next is the problems and issues about these two countries. Number one, Israel. Issues is how the equality among different population groups like Jewish and Arab communities. So number two, pressure-driven academic environment. Number three, shortage of qualified science teacher in some areas. So they have also a shortage of qualified science teachers. Next, dilemmas about Israel. So they have balancing excellence with equity. So they have good innovation of technology, but they have a gap about education, science education. They are have shortage of qualified science teachers, and overall cost, they have decreased about the funding of science education. Number 2 is maintain innovation while addressing the social disparities. So next is the Egypt problem and issues. So this is number 1, overcrowded classrooms. Number 2, limited laboratory facilities and resources. Number 3, teacher-centered instruction methods. And number 4, lack of teacher training in modern science pedagogy. So it's a kind of problem to there. So it should be packed with that educators know how to use of technology. And last is heavy resilience on rote memorizations. Dilemmas. So it has dilemmas. They have reforming traditional system versus maintaining cultural values. Number 2, they have expanding access versus ensuring quality. And last is integrating technology with limited resources. So on the PISA 2022 summary on the table, so Israel performance in 2020 remained largely similar to 2018, which is though it continues to struggle with the high levels of inequality between in Hebrew-speaking and Arabic students. Means they have in science, they have score of 465 points, score 20 points lower than the OECD average of 485. That only 68% of students reach the level 2 of proficiency baseline. So in contrast, the Egypt have peace status and preparation. They not yet participate in that time. So in current cycle as was not participate in time of 2022. So next slide is the practical solution in science education in Egypt and Israel. So number 1, conflict management. So they need how to communicate with their conflict countries to resolve peace and order. Number 2, fundraising. Need to raise the fund about science education to continue to support the innovation and technology. Number 3, training for the educators, of course. Number 4, teacher hiring. So they need to hire teachers specialized in science education to equip and to mobilize the shortage of their teachers. Next is in Egypt. So they have infrastructure development. So they need to have infrastructure development. Need to build more classroom for their learners. Number 2, teacher empowerment. So they give their new policies about supporting their teachers by simply adding of their payment, adding benefits for their teachers, and also giving them technological trainings. Number 3, experiential learning in students. So if they need to supply in that kind of amount of 1.2 trillion, they supplying education with technology tools. The need the students should to monopolize hands-on about the technology like laboratory apparatus. No? So last is curriculum reform. So it's still going about the curriculum reform of that country. So in comparative analysis, Israel is inquiry based and Egypt had traditional lecture base. So in resources, Israel has high and Egypt is limited. In equity issues, the cultural disparities, and Egypt has socio-economic disparities. And in technology integration, Israel have advanced, while Egypt has developing. In teacher training, Israel have strong but uneven giving of trainings. So Egypt have needs improvement. In conclusion, both Israel and Egypt face a unique yet overlapping challenges in science education, while Israel deals more with equity and exclusive issues. Egypt struggle with infrastructure and systematic reform, so they addressing this concern requires collaborative policies, teachers development, and learner-centered approaches to ensure science education meets the demands of contemporary society. Now, so let us watch the video related in this both countries. I hope you have a good day and thank you for listening.
This place is where diseases are cured, Nobel Prizes are won, and the technology that's making the world a better place is made. Welcome to the Technion, Israel Institute of Technology. Founded in 1912, 36 years before Israel's independence, it is one of Israel's oldest and most prestigious universities. One of its pioneers, Albert Einstein himself. Three Technion professors have won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Dan Shechtman discovered something thought impossible, a quasi-crystal.
My research is centered on the structure and properties of metallic materials. Over the years, I have been developing different metallic alloys, and in recent years, magnesium alloys. In the future, we use the wonderful alloys that we have developed over the years and 3D print them to form useful structures.
Avram Hershko and Aaron Shechanover discovered the control mechanism of the protein in the cell, which is a huge leap for cancer treatment research.
I hope that in the future we shall see also drugs to combat other diseases like Alzheimer and other neurodegenerative diseases.
Professor Shulamit Levenberg is pioneering stem cell research here at the Technion.
We try to engineer pieces of tissues in the lab, and these pieces of tissue can then be implanted to repair or replace damaged tissues. In the future, we plan to take tissue engineering to its next level. We established the Bioprinting Center, and we can now print biomaterial and cells to build tissue that can be personalized and large-scale tissue, complex tissue.
I am here in Professor Hossam Chayek's laboratory. He has developed nanos, which, upon sampling a patient's breath, can diagnose up to 17 different diseases.
All my life, I have believed in equal opportunity for every life over Earth. And therefore, the next step in our research and development is to enable diagnostic tools that are very cheap, very affordable, that could be delivered to every person.
The Technion is not only a science powerhouse, but it's also an engine for coexistence. Over 20% of the student body are Arabs, the same proportion as there is in the overall Israeli population. Imagine life without fast internet streaming. Well, the Lempel Ziv algorithm developed by Technion professors finds a way to compress data without losses. Now that's important when you're streaming your favorite TV show. For over a century at the Technion, people from all over Israel, all over the world, have joined forces to solve some of humanity's greatest problems. If you care, share.
In Egypt, technology in education is rapidly evolving. The government has made significant efforts to integrate technology into the education system, with initiatives such as the Smart School project. This includes providing schools with computers, tablets, and smartboards to enhance the learning experience. Additionally, online learning platforms and digital resources are becoming more prevalent, offering students access to a wide range of educational materials. Despite challenges in infrastructure and access to technology, there is a growing recognition of the importance of technology in improving the quality of education in Egypt.